The Maine outdoors, composed of 17 million acres of forests, 3,500 miles of coastline, 6,000 lakes and ponds, 5,000 tributaries, is arguably the most beautiful and sought-out landscape on the East Coast. Maine is the vacation land, but to many of us, this is home. We, the outdoorsmen, have adopted the traditions and cultures from our fathers' fathers of harvesting Maine's wildlife and creating memories that last generations. This is the Vacation Land Outdoorsman.
It's May 20th, and I'm sitting in a bottleneck between two fields. Last night I came through here, and I put him to bed. There was 4 shooters out in the field with 2 hens. So I swung out here this morning, nice and early. I've been sitting here since dark. And there's a couple gobblers about 70 yards
Well, that was a cool hunt. It's too early to be walking out, but that deer ended up feeding right up next to me. Got downwind of me and took off on a tear. The turkeys didn't like that were out in the field, the 4 toms. So they took off flying. And all the hens that were still in the roost, they took off out of the roost, out of here. So I don't suspect they'll be back anytime soon today. So gotta go find some more birds. That was cool. There are 2 long beards out in this field right here. I'm set up about 10 yards in the wood line on the other side of the rock wall. And I'm hoping actually that they'll come through the woods instead of the field. But I'm set up where I can get a shot either way. Hopefully they come through. They were alone, no hens with them. So I'm thinking the hens that were there have laid for the day. These are the same 2 turkeys that I hunted. I'm hoping they can come in today and persevere. him. Yes, 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 yes. Yes! I have filled my second Maine turkey tag on a beautiful, mature tom turkey. I mean, look at this guy. Peekaboo. Wow. He's so shiny. You know, I came out here morning to the same spot, and I got him to fly down from the roost. He was all fanned out about 50 yards. I could have definitely taken a shot, but I didn't have very good footage of him. Well, I thought I didn't have good footage. Turns out it was great. But I did take the shot, and that deer ended up spooking them all off. And this afternoon I came out to the same field. I gave them some time, and they were out about 300 yards from me. So I set up about 10 yards in the woods, and I just called to them a little bit here and there, and I was getting so impatient. So impatient. I'm a very impatient turkey hunter. So I was debating just getting up and peeking to see if I could find them, and see if they were even still in the field. And I looked through my binoculars, and boom, there they were. Through all the branches I could see them. They were about 60 yards from me coming in, and I had to reposition myself a little bit with my camera gear and where I was set up on the tree, because I was expecting them to actually pop back into the woods and not stay out in the field because it's new. And when I saw they were in the field right there, I had to reposition around the tree. I got set up and I couldn't find them in my camera. And I couldn't get the focus right. Finally I did. And they must have saw me moving a little bit, because they kind of spooked. They were staring at me and started pecking away. So I'm like, man, I gotta find an opening. And got set up there, and as soon as they popped in there and stuck their heads up, kaboom! This guy was in the front. Beautiful, mature gobbler. I am so excited. It's what it's all about. Well, that's a wrap on my Maine 2022 spring turkey hunting season. Couldn't have ended in any better way. I feel so accomplished shooting this great tom, and I'm going to feast on him. Not sure what I'm going to do for recipes for him. I have a few that I'd like to do, but I'd like to try something different. If you have something that you like, share it with me. I'd love to give it a shot.